popcorn, grab your gym shorts, grab your Gatorade, grab your coffee. We'll get started here as soon as this timer expires, and we'll begin our morning Friday, day number 15 exercise. All right, see you in 4 minutes. Good morning, you wonderful humans. This is the CCHS virtual weight loss exercise live stream brought to you by Seth Spicer. We're here again on this wonderful Friday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time to bring you any amount of fun, love, support, exercise in the morning we can to help you reach your exercise goals. I hope this is a great way to start your day, and we'll get right into it. If you have any sort of problem with being able to afford the gym, this is for you. If you have If you feel uncomfortable going to the gym, this is for you. If you, I don't know, maybe you don't have time to go to the gym, well, this is for you. Or maybe you just want a quick exercise bout in the morning, this is for you. All you have to do is join in, follow my instruction, follow my lead, and you can get a solid workout. It's adjustable so that anybody can join. So please hop in, tell your friends, enjoy this solid workout. We'll get right started with the warm-up because I know a lot of people are usually crunched on time, and then I'll go through my usual spiel on the way. Boom, boom. So we're going to start off. I'll back it up. We're going to start off with our hip warm-up. Go ahead, right leg stepping up and over, or if you prefer the swings, you can, and then stepping back over. If you'd like to hold on to a wall, you absolutely may. Per usual, always talk to a physician before you begin any exercise routine. We make this as individualizable, as safe as possible for any population, but always talk to a physician. Left leg up and over, and back up and over. There we go. You'll notice the camera's tilted at a bit of an angle this morning. The sun is absolutely blaring through that window over there. So today we're coming at you from a 10-degree angle. If you need to hold on to a wall for this leg, go ahead. And that's good. All right, next up, we're going to my personal favorite warm-up, our T-spine reach forward. Rotate the right hand to the back, keeping the hips facing the forward. Look at the wall. And come back to center nice and slow. Repeat that on both sides about 5 times. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, and keep going with those. I fixed my timer for today. It's Friday. We've got a workout all set and prepared. I can tell that it's going to be a good one already. As Jacob Carroll, our afternoon guy, says, favorite Friday, baby. All right, that's good with those. We'll take a couple seconds, maybe do a couple cacti if you like the feeling. You can also do cacti with the leg. It's a real coordination dance here. It's always good to challenge your balance and coordination every single day because not only do your muscles need help, your balance needs help too. All right, so we're going to hit those, and now we'll go to our backwards arm circles. Makes you feel like one of those special softball pitchers. It's throwing good vibes at you this morning through the camera. You're welcome. And forward. And if this time doesn't work for you, as always, we have sessions at 11:30 and 5:30 with Jacob Carroll and Adam Fox, respectively. They're at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and 5:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Next up, we're going to hit our neck. Go ahead and round in circles. Warm up the neck with the neck circles. Go ahead and do 10 each side. Or should I say each direction? It's hard for me to talk. I'm stretching my neck, so go ahead. This shouldn't hurt. If you feel pain during exercise, don't do that. Find a variation that does feel good. Pain is bad. A little bit of burn and uncomfortability, though, that's usually a good sign. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, throw them into the chat, or if you're watching this on recording, because we do replay our sessions Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, pretty much all day on Twitch, but specifically at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 7 p.m., we replay the session from the previous day on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. If you have any questions, shoot them into the chat, or reach out to us at connectedchs30@gmail.com. And without further ado, I'll set up my timer and we'll get started. Exercise number 1 is going to be a floor touch or a glute bridge. I'll start with the floor touch. We're going to go down through 8 exercises, 3 rounds with 45 seconds of work to 45 seconds of rest. All right, if you've been here before, you know the drill. If you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy. Just get ready for the position for the floor touch or for the glute bridges. We're going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. And I've got to put my timer up right here. Nope.
3, 2.
Oh, no, that's got to stop. I thought I fixed that. All right, you're doing floor touches. I'm figuring my stuff out. And there we go. Floor touches. I turned off the timer so that I'm in control of the time. Again, a floor touch is like you're trying to push your butt back to the wall or the couch behind you, in whichever way feels best. Shoulder width apart. Keep it going. Just feel this in your butt, in the back of your legs. Three, 2, 1, and time. There's our rest. 45 seconds of work to 45 seconds of rest. That was our hinge movement for this wonderful Friday. Next up, we have our reverse fly. All right, reverse fly, we're in that same bent over position. We are here, hands, forearms on the knees if you need it to stabilize, to get into a good position. Butt back, forearms on the knees, hands come out to the side. All right, and that is our reverse fly. We're getting started in 10 seconds. I can tell today's gonna be a day I'm gonna need some water. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. Reverse fly with me. Go ahead and get started. Keep it going. If you need a variation, put a hand on a knee, one arm out at a time, and that should feel pretty good. And again, these work your back muscles, and it's a great way to open up that posture, kind of like the T-spine rotations we did in the warm-up. 3, 2, 1, and good morning. If you've been with us before, I think you know what's next. Personal favorite after the horizontal pull, we have our vertical press, in which we do our Flappy Birds today. All right. We just started restreaming our old sessions in case you joined the program late, so you can catch our previous 5 sessions throughout the day on Twitch as well. Try to make it a constant program thing. Also, if you have other friends that would like to start the program from scratch, we have it all on our YouTube, completely saved. Feel free to check us out, Connected CHS. All right, we're to our lateral raises. Ready, set, begin. Outside and down. And that's all we're doing. Throughout this entire program, you want to be able to hold a conversation the entire time. If you're more out of breath than that, that's okay, but you're going to want to lay back on the intensity a little bit. This is where it's individualizable. This is why we go for time, right? Because if you're breathing too heavy, you're probably going to start to get into more carbohydrate as a substrate for fuel utilization. Basically, you're burning carbs instead of fat, okay? And the goal is to burn fat for the entire time. 3, 2, 1, and big time there. Next up, we have our marching. I'm assuming you're still standing. I go from kneeling so I can get a better view of this. Marching, our hands are just coming up. Like we're taking big high knees down the step. If you want to go crazy for 45 seconds and get them going up nice and fast, you absolutely may, but that's not for me because, again, I'm not quite that fit yet. But if you want to, no one's going to stop you. And that's part of the perk of doing this format. I can't see what you are doing. It's completely anonymous. No judgment, no stigma. You do what you're going to do. You do what feels good for your body, okay? Marching, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. And if you're seeing this, you're saying, Seth, I get it. We're doing a workout. But what about the motivational aspect? You never give us any quotes of the day or anything. Well, if that's what you want, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to oblige. I'll be more than obliged. I'll be obliged to happy. I will do that for you. Keep them going. Keep it marching. You can start off every day with a quote of the day. Oh my goodness. It's a whole world of possibilities of motivation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good stuff. Next up, we have our lateral squats. Usually we do a normal squat down and up. Today we're taking an especially wide base. And what we're going to do is push our body weight over towards our right leg, push our butt back, and now we are in this deep squat, lateral squat position. Same thing with the left. Push the body weight to the left, pull the left hip back, keeping this leg straight the entire time, okay? And that is our lateral squat. If you can't go all the way down, that's completely okay. It's just about starting to get used to a new movement where most of our weight's on one leg. Ready, set, begin. Even if you go down to here, that's fine. Here and back, here and back. Again, go as low as you feel comfortable. I started getting a pretty solid stretch in my inner thigh of the away leg. That's good. Should not hurt though. When you use a muscle, as you stretch it like this, you're pushing up or down into the floor with your groin, but it's also stretching. That is really good for it. That makes the mobility you gain from that exercise stick, as they say. It hangs around a little longer. And time on that one. Next up, we have our push-ups. Find yourself a wall, find yourself a couch, find yourself a floor, whatever you like for the push-ups, and we'll get started with those in 30 seconds. All right, I'm gonna go to the floor on this one. Again, whatever feels best for you. It's kind of like music. You're only gonna listen to the music that you enjoy. So why would you put on bad music and expect yourself to listen to it 3 days a week for the next year? You wouldn't, right? Pick the exercises that feel good for you. Choose a physical activity that feels good for you. Push-ups in 3, 2, 1, begin. Now you'll see I'm starting off with the full variation. You of course may start like this and drop down to a variation that feels better. We want full range of motion the entire time. Full range of motion, even if you have to drop to the knees. Again, completely fine. No matter what you do, you're here working out at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's a win. All you got to do is show up, and the rest will come. Oh, last one, and time. And next up, we have our bent over shoulder extensions. Again, if you want to try from a chair or from the floor, pushing yourself, pushing your butt up off the ground, you may for reps. But if that doesn't feel comfortable for you, I completely understand. That's kind of a hard exercise. And we'll go with the bent over shoulder extensions. Okay, like so. We're gonna start that in 8 seconds, pushing our palms to the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Palms to the sky and down. Palms to the sky and down. Now, when I started this program 5 weeks ago, my neck was in a lot of pain. My shoulders were always constantly tight. My low back hurt. But now, honestly, I feel pretty good. I feel less fidgety. I feel like I don't have to stretch as often. Aside from the obvious, fat burn benefits, right? There's also a lot of really great feel-good benefits from this workout as well. 3, 2, 1, and time. We're almost done with the first set. If you stuck around this long, great work. And next up we have our crawl or tall knee plank. I'd like it if we started from the crawl position. Woo. So the crawl position is right here on your hands and knees, and you just lift your knees off the ground by a single inch. If you have a hard time getting to the ground, that's completely okay. What you're going to do is go to the wall, or if you like a challenge, go to a couch and basically pull your knees up to your chest. Okay. Crawl position starting in 3, 2, 1, or the high knees on the couch. Ready, begin. We're up. And the goal is to hold this for as long as you can. If you want to move around a little bit, you may, of course. And then once you fatigue out, knees down, pull forward. And what we're going to do is going to pull our hands down towards our knees, like you're trying to actively slide your knees forward. This should activate your core a little bit. It causes me to start shaking, and I can feel it in my abs. Pull your hands down towards your knees in 3, 2, 1, and time. And we've got a break, 50 seconds before we start the top of exercise set number 1. We're all done with the crawls and the knee planks. We're going back to the start. Grab yourself a sip of water. Thank you, as always, for joining. This isn't for me. This is for anybody out there who watches the videos. A lot of people watch them in retrospect, and that is awesome. Retrospect? I don't know. My vocabulary is off today, but our exercises are on. 20 seconds. I'm going to do the glute bridges this time. Feel free to do the glute bridges or the floor touches, whatever floats your exercise boats. 10, 9, 8. All right, and here we go. Set number 2. Ready, set, begin. I really should grab some curtains to block out that sun in the morning. Comes right up over that hill. Nobody complained for the sun being a barrier of exercise. With this, you're going to push the heels into the floor, lift the hips up to the sky. If you're doing floor touches, carry on, keep going. Go as low as you feel comfortable. I'm feeling this in my boot. 3, 2, 1, and time. Woo. And again, those exercises work your posterior chain, which are your glutes, your boot, really, your hamstrings, and your lower back, along with other small stuff on the top and bottom of the posterior chain. Next up, we have our reverse flies. Gonna make our back muscles look nice and good. Sometimes I get petty. Don't worry about it. We all know why we're here. In fact, if you haven't developed a why already that you show up day after day, if you don't know why you show up and listen to me blabber on and you exercise, it's always good to develop a why and a goal with your exercise program. Helps you come back day after day. Reverse fly. Ready, set, begin. And we're here. Back in my pole vault days, I used to have a pole vault coach who took I think it was 35-pound dumbbells and just cranked these out. That was never me. Arms too long, leverage not great. My back and shoulders were never my strong point. As you can tell, because it's getting pretty hard. Keep it going. Arms out to the side. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. We have a break, 40 seconds, and then we're going to our lateral raises. All right. Again, if you're just joining in partway through this video, it's for anybody who doesn't have the time to go to the gym, doesn't feel comfortable exercising in front of other people. It's for anybody who might not have the money to afford a gym membership or a personal trainer. Welcome. This will help you reach your weight and fat loss goals, your health goals. All right. I'm Seth. This is CCHS's virtual stream. There's more coming down the pipe eventually, but for now, I hope this will suffice and that you'll enjoy this. Lateral raises. Ready, begin. Personally, I've only got another 10 days of my master's left, and then I'm out. Jake and Adam are going to be entering their second year of their master's here coming up. All of us, way overqualified, way overly educated, but instead of getting paid hundreds and thousands of dollars for all of our expertise, just kidding. We're here providing this program because we want to make health and fitness accessible. Keep going. Lateral raises. 3, 2, 1, and time. And now we're on to marching, our lower core exercise for the week. Again, marching is here. We're pulling our upper body down a little bit, almost like we've got a board we're trying to snap in half. With each one, you're going to want to feel your core stabilize, brace just a little bit for that. You'll notice we do pretty much the same exercises throughout the week. That's because sometimes it's intimidating when you have a completely new exercise routine every single day. We're going to make this as easy as possible and only change a couple things each week for us. All right. Marching in 3, 2, 1, begin. Almost think about hitting your knee down into your forearm. That will help you feel it in the core a little more. Get the knees up as high as you feel comfortable. Again, the fuller the range of motion, the better you're going to feel. Or maybe the more sore you'll feel, I don't know. And time. Done with that one. The ones you probably learned to either love or hate, there's never an in-between, are the lateral squats. Lateral squats again, we're working our legs in a squat pattern while also getting some lateral and groin in there too. I basically think of a leg going in 4 directions, 1, 2, 3, and backwards. And this not only hits the squat pattern, but it also provides some work on the inside and stabilizes as we push outside too. Really great exercise for overall, not only strength, but leg mobility and health. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Push to the sides. I'm going to get it going here on this one. Go at your own pace. Go to your own depth. Whatever feels best for you. Surprise, nobody shot into the chat. Something's feeling a little weird. Shoot it in. Maybe as soon as we finish up an exercise routine, hit us with some feedback. Or maybe start thinking about some questions for the end. I'll stick around and answer questions for a couple minutes on live. And time. Next up, we have our push-ups. We've seen them all before. We know what's going on with the push-ups. Find your wall if you like the wall, like so. Find your couch if you prefer your couch, like so. And the entire time, you're going to want to make sure that your core does not sag down. If your core starts to drop and you start to get one of these numbers in there, one of these numbers instead of being strong, try and fix that by pulling your hips up underneath you, from back, tuck them up underneath you, and that should help your core a little bit. Ready? And set. Begin the push-ups. Again, hips tucked up underneath you, pulling your hands down towards your feet as if you're trying to slide your feet forward. That will turn on your core, activate it a little more. So it's not only a chest workout, but also an arm workout. Keep it moving. I'm going to the front. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Really feel like the push-ups 3 times a week are starting to fill my chest out, give me those triceps. Anyway, next up, we have our bent over shoulder extensions. I know you wear the Alfred stuff too much. Alfred University represent. And we're currently at Cortland State, as all 3 of us. But I've only been there a couple of years, so they didn't give me any gear, really. So really, they didn't know what they wanted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready. Begin with the shoulder extensions. As we're going through this is a pretty easy movement, right? I'll tell you one really quick joke. What do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea. What do you call a deer with no eyes and no legs? Still, no idea. 3, 2, 1, and time. With those, my posterior delts are on fire. That's a win for the day. And we're back to the crawl. We're back to the crawl movement. This is going to feel good, I can tell. Basically, stay up in that crawl position as long as you can. If you don't like the variation where you go from the crawl into a tall knee plank, pulling your belly button to the sky, then what you can do is come from the crawl position down to your knees, catch a break, and then lead with your low back up into the sky. All right, low back rises first. That should help you activate your core. Starting in 3, 2, 1, we're up. And begin. Get comfortable here. Try and last the whole time if you can. If not, if you start breathing a little heavy, that's okay. Go down to the knees or go to the tall plank. Put a leg out. Pull it back. Just to distract myself from how good this feels. And back to the center. 10 more seconds. Pulling the hands and the feet together. The more you pull the hands and the feet together instead of pushing them apart, the better it will feel. And time. That was the end of round number 2. One left. Grab some water. You've got 50 seconds. She brought a Gatorade. Well, I hope it tastes good. Does water taste like minerals? All right, 30 seconds. Now I'm going through round number 3. This is connected community health support. We offer free live virtual exercise training like this. And down the road this summer, we're going to have a couple more facets of the organization, helping to make health and fitness accessible. Really excited for what's going to happen. Keep us posted. Stay interested, ask questions, keep us to it, stay curious. Next up, we have floor touches or glute bridges, starting in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. Touch the floor, hand up. And if you only want to go down to the knees, wrists to the knees, that works too. You want to go all the way to the floor, that's good. If you feel a stretch, move slowly into it. Once you start stretching out muscles, it's good to move slowly. Your tendons don't like it when you move fast at end ranges of motion and time. Next up, I think you know the drill. Time to act like a bird and fly away in the reverse manner. Reverse flies are up next. All right. If you have any exercises that you like, let us know. Shoot them into the chat, and we can make sure. Failed to connect to the chat server. It's like you heard me or something. I'm trying to reload that. All right, there we go. Should work now. Okay, and reverse flies, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Now again, as we're going through these, keep your ear open for a second. I want you to think about how much you sleep each night. If your lifestyle currently allows you to get enough sleep each night. If you aren't getting 8 hours, you're losing a lot just from the hormonal response that we get. It allows us to build muscle if we sleep 8 to 9 hours. Stress hormones go down, just a lot of recovery stuff, right? So try and prioritize for this next week your sleep and see how you feel. Maybe even a before and after, write down how you feel. And time. That was our last set of reverse flies for the week. Yeah, the sleep journal, basically saying, got to bed at this time. When you wake up, I slept for this many hours, and I feel X out of 10, right? Maybe you feel 5 out of 10, and then after 5 nights of sleeping 8 hours a night, you'll write down and say, I feel great. Exercise this morning. Day 5 is Friday. I started sleeping well on Monday. Now I don't even need any coffee in the morning after this exercise session either. What a win-win. What a marvelous opportunity Seth has introduced me to. All right, and our chat is still acting funky, so I'm going to work on that during the lateral raises. Lateral raises starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Go ahead, keep going with the lateral raises. Keep raising laterally. I'm going to touch in and reset the chat to make sure that I am not missing anything. Okay, we got a little laggy because I came out, but I'm going to turn off the chat overlay. Keep going with the lateral raises. Do not stop because of my technical difficulties. All right. And the chat's going to be up right here so that I can see it. And time with the lateral raises. No more Flappy Birds for the week. We're going to move on to our marching. Again, we have 30 seconds before we start marching. I don't know if that signal popped up that I could not read the chat because it's just not working today. It is looking a little funky right now. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please shoot them to connectedchs30@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy. In fact, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys did that so I could see where you are at. This is for you, not for me, to see what you're enjoying or what you're thinking. All right. Marching, starting in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. And we're up. Pulling the chest down a little bit towards the knees. Pushing the arms into the knees. Keep it going. Whatever feels good for you. 19 more seconds. We're already halfway through the third set. This workout went fast today, except for during the crawls. The crawls seem to last forever. I think it's heard an amen out there somewhere. And time with the marches. All right, next up, we have our lateral squats. Again, lateral squats. We have 30 seconds before we begin. We touched on sleep. That really helps you orient your day. I should probably also touch on a mindset, and that's a large pillar of CCHS. Mindset, a lot of stuff fits into that. Really, it's all psychological components. And what that boils down to is make sure you take time to be mindful, to be aware of your thoughts, behaviors, and actions throughout the day. Basically, give yourself time to express yourself or write down what you're feeling. Next up, lateral squats in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. And we're going. Push it to the side and back. Left hip pull back and up. Pull the right hip back and up. If you want to push your arms forward, it helps me stabilize. That way, try and keep your feet flat on the floor the entire time through these exercises. It's okay if they roll up a little bit, but it's more safe, a little more stable if you keep the feet on the ground. If you want to add weight to this, you hold it in front like you're eating a cheeseburger. 3, 2, 1. And time. See, I can reach that angle now because the lateral squats help stretch out my legs. Exercise. Next up, we have our push-ups. Find your wall. Find your couch. Find your floor. Wherever floats your boat. As always, if you need to control your breathing or slow it down a little bit, breathing in and out through your nose is a great way to do that. Starting in 3, 2, 1, we have our push-ups. Pull your hands towards your feet and pull your feet towards your hands, and then do your push-ups. Once you get tired at the position you're in, feel free to move to a variation like so. Is that because I got tired? I'm not going to lie to you. Yep. Keep working. 10, 9. Crank them out. And time. We're done with that one. We're done with our push-ups for the day. I hope those felt better than mine. Good stuff, good stuff. All right. Again, all you need is an 8 by 8 by, I don't know, a 7-footish space total to join this exercise program. Please feel free to tell your friends. I know so many people who could benefit from this do currently enjoy this program. So please feel free to tell just one friend. Next up, bent over shoulder extensions. Back in the bent over position. We're starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. If you have back pain in the bent over position, try and flex your abs. Basically pull the belly button into the core as if somebody's about to hit you there. And then if that still doesn't work, feel free to put a hand on a knee and alternate each side. There goes my shoulders popping. That's how I know I've gotten a good range of motion. Popping is okay so long as it doesn't hurt. That's my general rule of thumb for it. And time. The chat is now just displaying a big white box over it. Restream, what are you doing, man? I know you can do better than this, Restream. Talking to Restream, not to you. You're doing a great job. We're almost done. Trust me. Next up, and lastly, we have our crawl or the knee plank. We got some feedback in the last session to try and figure out more ways to cue to activate the core. So I've been trying to do that. I hope that you feel your core activates a little bit more this session. The crawl, again, pulling your hands towards your feet the entire time and pulling your feet towards your hands in 3, 2, 1, and we're up. And we're pulling together. Almost like you're trying to pinch somebody in between your thighs and your forearms. Again, don't push away, right? Try and pull. You should feel it a lot more in your core that way. 7, 6, 5. Pull the hands towards the knees. 3, 2, 1. And congratulations, everybody. We are D-O-N, done. Yeah, I know I did that on purpose. Next up, we have our cool down, and then I'm going to send you off for the day. And I'm going to go to the calculus class, the last class of calc. Shake out the legs. If you want to do some step overs, you may. Sometimes the warm-up serves as a good cool down. That works too. If you like leg swings, again, I'm arming you with tools so that you can do what feels best for you, okay? I mean, I think that kind of applies to a lot of things. Figure out what healthy foods taste best for you, right? If you hate broccoli, don't expect yourself to eat broccoli 3 times a week, but find yourself some veggies that do taste good, or figure out a way to prepare them so that it does taste good. And hopefully down the stream, we'll bring on somebody to talk about how to meal prep, how to make healthy food taste better, and how to remove some bad stuff from your life. That's probably not for a little while though, but that is the intention. I hope that excites you because that excites me as well. Swing them forward and back, looking to the left, looking to the right, alternate them, looking up. All right, and I think that's a wrap for the day. Feel free to take 5 minutes for yourself in which you just nose breathe. Again, nose breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest. So feel free to take 2, 3, 5 minutes with your eyes closed, just nose breathing. All right, feel free to think about the remainder of your day. Take time to be proud of the work that you just put in. And congratulations, another workout is done for the day. All right, and the chat appears to be completely botched. Come on, chat, you can do it. No, it can't. All right, well, sorry about that. I'll save the live questions for some other time. Thank you again for joining so much. Shoot us some questions, comments, concerns at connectedchs30@gmail.com. This is Seth Spicer, and this has been day 15 of our live virtual exercise stream. I will see you on Monday. Thank you very much. Maybe I'll catch you on the replay tomorrow, Saturday at 9 a.m. Jake Carroll at 1 p.m. and Adam Fox at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You all have a wonderful weekend.